My progress so far on this Black Phantom is I've rebuilt the rear gearbox and the front gearbox. I've added HPI Blitz drive axles to the wheels, and I have Traxxas rims with Schumacher block tires. The only problem though with the Traxxas rims, they're not true. The wheels wobble, so I'm probably going to change it up with HPI wheels. My plan for this Black Phantom was to have two sets of wheels. One set would be rear buggy tires all the way around, 110 buggy tires, and the second set would be 50 millimeter wide HPI truck rims. And I'm planning on, I've ordered some ground assault tires to put on the truck wheels. But the rear bumper, that's from a Nico Megatron. That's pretty much, and the rear shock tower, because it had the pins that hold the rear shocks. The original Black Phantom pins, they just pushed in. There was nothing to hold them on there. I mean, you could glue them in there, but the other side had these threaded securing pins, kind of like a nut, only it was just like a threaded tight bushing to secure the pins. So that's really the only thing different is the rear shock tower, but it's exactly identical to a Black Phantom, just minus the mounting pins for the rear shocks. And the front end, I'm going to have to make my own steering. I found out that because when I changed the servo, I was doing some test fitting, so I'm just going to go with adjustable ball links, and I'll have to cut my own threaded rod. So, but that's pretty much my progress. So I've done little things here and there, like I soldered some wire leads for the motors. They're Trinity Epic bullet leads, but the push-on connectors to the LRP 380 motors, they were very small. They came with some connectors from LRPs, but so I removed those ends and I soldered them onto the Trinity bullet connectors.
I haven't been able to find these push-on connectors, these small ones, anywhere, so what I've done is I detached them and I soldered them onto the end of the Trinity motor leads. I've done one set, my soldering gun, and all I'm going to do is I've got that second set to do for the second motor. So
but yeah, I'm just waiting on my tires. I'll still use those tires I have mounted, but I'm not going to use the rims. They're wobbly. They're not true. So, but it turned out pretty well as far as the gears and stuff. It all sounds good when I roll it back and forth. Pretty much how something should sound when you roll the gears, the gearbox. The front also does fine. I can't really demonstrate that one because I don't have the wheels attached. So, but these little LRP motors are magnet, have high strength magnets. So I'm hoping. Well, they're high torque motors, so I'm hoping that I get some decent speed out of them too. But I could have went with the high speed, but I decided since the Black Phantom's going to have a fair amount of weight, um, that I would just go with the regular high torque for off-road. The one thing I did change in the gearboxes, I had accidentally broken a spur gear in the front box because I was trying to install a ball bearing in the spur gear. It was a real small one, but I ended up breaking the gear on accident. So I was trying to tap a plastic race out. Well, I had ordered these extra parts on eBay for a Nico Dictator. So when that came, so I had another spur gear. Well, it was identical spur gear, perfect, exactly the same. The only thing well, it was a surprise. It was a good surprise. It came with a rear gear box. The front, the person had broken the front gearbox, but they gave me all the gears. But the out drives where the dog bones attach for the gearboxes, the Nico Dictator out drives, the plastic, usually like they would on a Nico Megatron or a Radio Shack Black Phantom, you would on the out drives it would just rest as just a plastic bushing. Well, the Nico Dictator out drives, they're plastic, but they have a holder on them that you can install 5x11 bearings. So that's what I did. I put some Boca bearings in those, and I put those outdrive holders, bearing holders in there. I replaced them front and rear, so they'd be a little bit better. I had initially built both gearboxes with the plastic bushing only, the original ones, and that wouldn't have been that bad, but these you can tell are a lot beefier and stuff. So I basically got a total of 16 ball bearings, all four wheels. The carriers have 2 bearings each, so that's 8 bearings. And the outdrives have 1 bearing on each side, so that's another 2. And then you've got in your counter gear in the gearbox, you've got 2 in each box, so that's 4 more. So yeah, so that's a lot of bearings. I believe that's 16. 8 plus 4 is 12 plus, yeah, because you have to add up the fact you've got 2 gearboxes. So yeah, that's 16. So the only thing I'm really waiting on right now is my tires, the front servo saver, because I ordered a Futaba type servo that's a high speed. I had fit a high-tech 635, I believe, and it fit really well. I had to Dremel it slightly to make the plastic case fit, and that was the best fitting servo, but when I tried it out, the servo was messed up. So this other servo I got, I can get it to fit, but I'm not really too pleased with it. It's like a Power HD. It's very similar to a Futaba servo, but I don't know how that's going to work out. But yeah, I'm mainly waiting on stuff for the steering to come in, the servo horn, and this and that. So, but I believe my HPI wheels, they're going to really turn out pretty well. So I may order some Ultra 7 wheels for the tires that you see here in this video. Some HPI Ultra 7. I'm not sure if I think the offset will work, because you have to have an offset on this Black Phantom that is pretty much to the inside of the wheel, or in the middle somewhere. Because I initially tried to use Hornet wheels with 12mm adapters, and the offset was way too much to the outside of the wheel, so towards like the axle nut. So you have to have inside offset for this. Well, yeah, like I mentioned, only differences are really going to be the rear bumper. I've decided to use from the Megatron. I had ordered that, the parts Megatron, so I would have like an extra battery lid, so in case that broke or something, which my battery lid's fine, but, and I want some extra gears. But these are brushed ball bearing adjustable timing 380 motors, so I'm sure they're going to have a lot more power. I haven't tested them yet, but I'm sure they're going to have a lot more power than the stock Mabushi 380. But I just got to wait and see how that's going to be. I know it's not going to be like a brushless, so, but I don't want a brushless because I don't want to be breaking gears and stuff like that. So, all right, just thought I'd give you all an update, and take care. Thanks for watching.